Hi everyone and welcome back to Top Grade. My name is Spencer Miller and today I'm so excited to share with you a selection of brand new Canadian middle grade titles for the spring 2024 season. I've got middle grade novels, graphic novels, and nonfiction titles to dig into, so let's get started. The Kodiaks Home Ice Advantage is published by Highwater Press and written by David A. Robertson. I'm so excited about the Kodiaks because this is the exact type of book that I would have devoured as a middle reader. Middle readers today are still always on the hunt for an exciting sports story. Let me tell you about why this one is so special. The story follows 11-year-old Cree hockey star Alex, who moves away from his home on the res and into the big city. In Winnipeg, for the first time in his life, Alex doesn't fit in. His classmates and teammates don't understand Indigenous culture, and to some, his indigeneity makes him a target for teasing and bullying on the ice. Alex, with support from his parents, new and old friends, is able to learn how to stand up for himself and take pride in who he is. This book does a really incredible job of balancing thrilling and exciting hockey action with messages about challenging racism and overcoming adversity. This book is a real conversation starter, and so I hope it finds its way into your classroom. Simpson Starts a Revolution is published by Orca Book Publishers and written by Melanie Florence. This middle grade novel with strong feminist and activist themes uses the appeal of nerd culture and fandom to grab the attention of middle readers and share an inspiring story. In the story, Lo feels left behind by her best friend who seems more interested in fitting in and growing up than being a friend. Lo, who is obsessed with Doctor Who and inspired by his heroics, isn't worried about fitting in or acting grown up when it comes to doing the right thing. Lo decides to grow up on her own terms and at her own pace, challenging the expectations and norms of the people around her. I was impressed with the way this book addressed topics of gender equality, consent, and menstrual hygiene rights, topics that are relevant and important to all middle readers. Bertie Stewart is Perfectly Imperfect, from Nimbus Publishing, is written by Melanie Mosher. This is a heartfelt middle grade novel about learning to cope with anxiety and all of life's changes, big and small. Bertie is a relatable sixth grader with a lot of worries. She worries about her relationship with her stepmom, she worries about her grandmother moving into a home, she worries about feeling distant from her best friend, she worries about teasing at school, and she's extra worried about an upcoming public speaking assignment. These worries build and turn into a negative inside voice that won't leave Bertie alone and tells her that everything is about to go wrong. I want to praise how anxiety is presented to middle readers in this story. Bertie is able to connect with a therapist who helps her understand that what she's feeling isn't so uncommon. She's not weird or crazy for having these overwhelming thoughts and feelings, and there are strategies that she can use to cope. Her friends and family are really supportive, and this is just overall really positive mental health representation for middle readers. The Cannibal, from Inhabit Media, is written by Solomon Awa and Louise Flaherty and illustrated by Raphael Terstefanov. This graphic novel is based on a traditional Inuit story passed down orally for generations. It's a horrific tale of a family experiencing starvation when the animals they rely on for survival disappear. One woman hatches a plan to escape from her murderous husband, intent on eating her. The comic book style illustrations capture all of the action and rising tension. The story is both horrific and poignant. It's a cautionary traditional tale that provides a window into the at times harsh realities of traditional life. I'm always looking for unique nonfiction titles with interesting angles and perspectives. Here are 2 new nonfiction titles from Orca Book Publishers that you should know about. In It to Win It, Sports and the Climate Crisis is written by Aaron Silver and illustrated by Pui Yan Fong. Young Canadian athletes are already experiencing the impacts of the climate crisis, like when wildfire smoke cancels summer baseball games, or when warming winter temperatures shortens the length of ice skating season. This book examines the impacts of sports on the environment, the ways climate change affects athletes, and how organizations, athletes, and fans are taking action to make amateur and professional sports sustainable for the future. The book is really well researched and includes input from industry experts and professional athletes all around the world. I really enjoyed the unique perspective that this book offers. I had never really made that connection between sports and the climate crisis before. I also love that this book provides really practical actions that young athletes can take to make playing and watching sports more sustainable. Our final book for today is Why We Need Vaccines: How Humans Beat Infectious Diseases, written by Rowena Ray and illustrated by Paige Stampatori. The reality is that there is all types of confusion, questions, misinformation, and disinformation circling around vaccines, and every single one of our students has heard it. This resource aims to explain everything kids and teens should know about vaccines, which means covering a lot of topics, from history and biology to social ethics and media literacy. There is so much depth here. I was blown away with the research, thoughtfulness, and careful writing that went into creating this resource. Inside, readers will hear from doctors, nurses, medical historians, epidemiologists, and many other experts in the field. I appreciate the book doesn't shy away from controversial conversations about vaccine mandates and vaccine hesitancy. The book does a wonderful job of challenging young readers to be critical thinkers and to consider their own social and ethic responsibilities as individual members of a larger community. And those are all of our books for today. On behalf of the Association of Canadian Publishers, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you'll comment on the video, give it a like, and share it with a friend. We also want to give a big thank you to Ontario Creates for their continued support of the Top Grade program.